Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. I finally managed to make a day to get in here and do some shop projects, and if you either follow the other channel or any of the other social media things, you'll know I've been basically waiting to build a new stand for the table saw here. It's sitting on a workmate, which is fine, it's a nice height and all the rest of it, but I want to be able to move it around a bit, so I've got myself two small casters to pop on, just two legs, just so I can lift it up and kind of move it around, and some bits of 4x2 and some leftover 3x2 to make a fairly substantial bench for it that I can kind of wheel it around on. So I've not got any plans, it just needs to be the same height, probably a little bit wider, a bit sturdier, and have a little box in it so it collects all the sawdust, because at the moment the sawdust just goes everywhere. So that's the design criteria currently, and follow along and see what we come up with at the end. Okay, so to get the height of the legs I need, all I've done is I've taken this piece of scrap and offered it up against the bench and then marked a corresponding line, basically like a rod. Then what I've done is I've come down with a piece of scrap MDF 18mm, because that's what I'm going to use for the top, because I've got some worked down from that line. I made another mark. Then this is my leg length, obviously, and then for the two legs that will have the casters on, I need to know the height of the caster, so I've just pushed that up against and then marked the line. What I'm going to do now is I can cut the leg pieces that will take the feet and the legs that won't have the feet without having to make a single measurement. I just line things up on the rod, so nice and simple. Okay, so what I've done here is snip the end off this original leg length, and I've cut it down by the amount of the thickness plus a piece of 9mm ply. So these three pieces now are as long as that was there. The reason I've done that is I'm going to put a counter bore in here with a nut and a bolt and make some adjustable feet with a pad on the bottom to give me a bit of adjustment in the feet, basically. And then legs across. So okay, so here's two legs. I've got the back legs and the front legs, or whichever way around they're going to go, doesn't really matter. And you can see that with 3x2 across here at whatever distance, the same across here, whatever distance. Then I've got my adjustable feet pads, and the cast to do is on the wheeled leg is have another piece of timber that just fits across, so that when it's fixed it's taken the weight on here as well as on the wheel, and then all I've got to do is just lift it up slightly and it will clear that and I can roll it around. saw base needs to be 700mm, 27.5 inches, that wide. I think I'm going to make it slightly wider. I'm going to go with 3 foot, because I can have a little bit of extra storage underneath there. Plus I tend to leave the wing of the fence out longer, and that's about what I'm using at the moment, which is pretty much average. So I think I'm going to go with 3 foot on the base. That's all the 3x2 I've got, and I need 4, don't I? So I'll keep those at the top. They need to be paired the same, don't they? Otherwise it's going to be front and back. That was a close one. Okay, so I had a little jiggle around, and none of this is fixed, but what I've done is I've cut some lengths of 4x2, and I found these, I've completely forgotten I got them actually, 2 by about 1.5 inch for stretchers. That squishes it in. got my 2 feet pads that I'm going to use, and a little bit of spline. Set the spline aside, don't need that just yet. And all I'm going to do is drill a counterbore for head this M10 bolt, without even measuring, 25mm, a little bit of play, but that's all I need. The important thing is the depth. You don't want to go down further than the dome. So I've connected the corners diagonally, and just going to drill 2 counterbore. There we go. And the reason I don't want to go too far is because that pad's going to encapsulate that bolt. So when it's in there, it's not going to want to push back out. Okay, now obviously that's not going to fit all the way through at the moment because of that little square bit, but because of Neanderthal man, tap that through there, it won't twist. Anything for these. I'm just going to put them in. You have to do that, don't you? I don't know why. I don't know why you have to do that, but you just do. Just putting those 4 screws in there stop the wheel rotating again. Right. Okay. No, in theory, you only do it once because you're crossing that sensor line, but hey. Right, what I'm using is a 16mm portion bit, because these are 17mm across, and then I'll give you a bit of resistance here. Yeah, I mean, about the depth of the portion bit, that's about the depth. No. Clear that out. So I've got the wheels mounted, flipped over, and these foot pads installed as well. I'm quite happy because it's just in case you lift it a little bit and I can move it around. So when it's on the deck, it's nice and sturdy. I'm glad I put the level in because this floor is all over the place, and I can just unwind these, just to make contact from there. Take out any play that's in it, get it all happy, and then obviously still pick it up and move it. Well, that's part 1. I've got the table saw mounted, and I've got a hole I've cut in here. It's about that big. It's slightly big. In the base for the dust to drop out. I've taken off the side base of the saw just to help the dust fall. And I've bolted it on with some M10 nuts. Apart from that, it's pretty much the same as when you last saw it. I've changed these. I've bolted to the side there so I can hang things off the side. Next job, use these Pt1s and make the dust shroud for the shelf. Also going to open the shelf in there for the dust to fall. And also I've got to just divide that off in the centre. Then it's panelling, working out what I'm going to hang on the side and what I'm going to do on this shelf here. So join us in part 2 and see how we're getting on.